Edgar Cayce was a famous 20th century Christian mystic who regularly entered an altered state of consciousness from which he answered questions and gave information on a broad range of topics. His psychic dissertations included historic data on famous and completely unknown people and events. Within this broad array of material was a generous amount of detail about ancient Greece. When asked about the source of the information, Cayce responded that the thoughts, actions, and intents of each individual are recorded in the skein of space and time called the Akashic Records, also known as God's Book of Remembrance and the Book of Life. Cayce claimed to be able to read the Akashic Records during his trance states. Thus his psychic discourses became known as readings. From the perspective of the Cayce readings, history provides a context for the experience of individual lives as soul development. Thus, the meaning of history is that it is an expression of individual lives, a gestalt or pattern in the fabric of space and time that provides the set and setting for individual expression. The primary focus of the readings in which past life information in an historical setting was provided was for the soul development of the individual or immediate soul group. The soul group concept is illustrated in Cayce's version of the Fall of Troy, where he had a past life as Zenon, the gatekeeper. In that experience, he was surrounded by numerous individuals that reincarnated into the 20th century to receive psychic guidance from him and participate in the work of his readings. Many of these individuals also incarnated together during other historical periods with Cayce and could be considered as part of the same soul group as Cayce. General historic information was provided on occasion, but even then it was provided in the context of practical application for those receiving the reading, rather than as an academic exercise or an indulgence for curiosity's sake. For example, when a group of men sought guidance on how to create a grandiose social program for reforming the world, the readings used Alexander the Great as an example of how such enterprises can go wrong, as we shall see. So it is with most of the reincarnational historical information provided by Cayce. It is relevant as a source of insight into the soul's journey through materiality. Although the bulk of the information in the readings was provided for unique individuals who had experienced those past lives, there are still lessons to be learned by anyone sharing in the stories. You may find yourself resonating to certain periods or historical events discussed in the video segments that follow. Maybe the soul issues that are explored involving personal relationships, emotional patterns, and behavioral tendencies will strike a chord within you. Perhaps these stories can help bring to consciousness your own soul's journey through space and time, your own soul's history on planet Earth.